Think about the last time you had a really good idea and someone important said no. Maybe a boss, a teacher, a store, a system. They didn't say it was a bad idea, they just said, "That's not how we do things here." This video is about what 5 people did after they heard that. None of them asked for permission a second time. This is a story of how small videos shook giant companies, without the giants ever seeing it coming. We all know the stories. The viral videos, the millions of sales, the business school lessons. We're told that those were big acts of genius. But if you look closer, the genius was usually just being too poor to do it the fancy way, or too stubborn to listen to the experts. Today, we look at the weird, real details the highlight reels always leave out. This happened. For 100 years, selling things was simple. You needed a big store, a big sign, a shelf. The big bosses owned the stores. If they didn't choose you, you would not exist. But one man had no store, no tall building, no money, so he tried something different. His name was Michael Dubin. He made a short, funny video for his company, Dollar Shave Club. The club where every month a new razor was mailed right to your door. Giant razor brands spent millions on shiny perfect ads, famous athletes, blinding lights, perfect words. That was a problem. They looked too perfect. They felt too far away. Michael did the opposite. He used himself, he told jokes. He looked like a real normal person, so people listened. Millions watched his video. They laughed, they shared it, and just like that, the message didn't need a store anymore. The video went straight to the people. And the giant store, it started to shake. See, in 2012, Mike Dubin didn't dream of going viral. He just needed to explain what a razor subscription was without spending all his startup money. He had about $4,500 in a warehouse. Every mistake meant starting over. No editing team, no backup. The fast, funny energy in the video wasn't a stylistic choice, it was pressure. He had to finish before something went wrong and cost him money he didn't have. This too happened. Big blender companies spent millions testing machines in labs. They showed numbers, charts, motor speeds. But that was the problem. Watching a motor spin is boring. Most people didn't care about math. So one man tried something different. His name was Tom Dixon, boss of Blendtec. He used a small room, a simple camera, and a wild idea. He dropped a brand new phone into his blender. Then, whirl. The phone turned into gray dust. People didn't watch because they wanted a blender. They watched because it was shocking, strange, fun. But then something clicked. If it can crush a phone, it can make my smoothie. He didn't explain the power, he showed it. And people understood right away. Because sometimes, the fastest way to prove something works is to make people say, "Wait, what just happened?" See, Tom Dixon spent his lunch breaks throwing wood planks and rake handles into his own blenders, just to test how tough they were. The Will It Blend series didn't come from a strategy meeting. A new marketing hire named George Wright walked past the lab. He saw Tom covered in sawdust and asked, "Why aren't we filming this?" The best marketing idea they ever had was just noticing what was already happening in the basement. This also happened. Big health companies were scared to talk about the bathroom. Gray rooms, serious voices, white coats. But that was a problem. Bathroom talk felt embarrassing even though everyone uses one. So one small family company tried something completely different. The company was Squatty Potty. Instead of doctors in white coats, they used a unicorn that pooped rainbow ice cream. They made the video silly, bright, colorful, so surprising that people had to keep watching. The unicorn made everyone laugh, and once people laughed, something changed. Talking about bathroom health didn't feel scary anymore. It felt safe. It felt normal. People shared the video with friends. Friends shared it again. Soon, millions had seen it. The funny rainbow story flew right over the yucky feeling and left big, serious brands looking totally lost. Because sometimes, when a topic is embarrassing, laughter is the fastest way to open the door. See, every professional that the Edwards family hired told them that the unicorn would destroy the brand. Ad experts called it juvenile, gross, and brand ending. The founders said yes anyway, against every piece of advice. They didn't win because of the industry. They won because they understood something the industry refused to admit. That the bathroom is something everyone does, and pretending otherwise was making people feel ashamed of a perfectly normal thing. Also, this happened. The big bosses at giant stores told an inventor, No. They said his idea was strange. They said nobody wants to clean their tongue. That was the problem. The gatekeepers, the people who decide what gets on store shelves, thought they already knew what people wanted. See, a gatekeeper is anyone who stands between you and your customers with the power to say yes or no. But the inventor wasn't going to stop. He tried another path. He made a video with a giant fuzzy talking tongue. It was a little gross, but very funny. The company was called Orabrush. They put the video on the internet and 20 million people watched it. Something huge happened next. The audience became his helpers. His fans became his voice. People marched into stores by the thousands. They asked again and again, "Where is the tongue brush?" Soon, even giant brands like Colgate had to pay attention. And the big stores finally opened their doors because when millions of people want something, the gatekeepers can't say no anymore. Sometimes, the strongest team is in a company. It's the internet army standing behind you. See, Bob Wagstaff was 75 years old. He had been turned away by every major retailer, Walmart, Target, all of them. Before the YouTube video, he tried one last thing. He spent $180 on 2 Google search ads. One failed. The other cost $90 and achieved a 97% conversion rate, meaning almost everyone who clicked it bought the product. That is nearly impossible in modern advertising. It proved the retailers weren't just wrong. They were looking at the wrong data. Bob didn't need a shelf. He needed a search bar. This too happened. Buying a mattress used to feel strange. Quiet stores. Salesperson watching you lie down. Awkward. Uncomfortable. Before you even tried the mattress. But one company wanted to sell beds online. They needed to prove their mattress was soft without anyone being able to touch it. So they turned their mattress into a fun science test. A character dropped heavy weights onto raw eggs placed on top of the mattress. The people thought the eggs would go splat, but they didn't break, not even one. People watched because they were curious. They wanted to see what would happen. But they understood the message. If the eggs were safe, then I will be comfortable too. The video made something hard to prove to feel very simple. It turned doubt into trust. And once people felt sure, they were ready to buy. The old mattress stores started to feel slow, quiet, outdated. Because sometimes, the best way to build trust is to show something so clearly that people can see it with their own eyes. Let's connect these stories. A few years ago, a marketing professor named Jonah Berger noticed something strange. He wanted to know why some ideas spread like fire and most died in silence. So he studied thousands of viral stories, articles, videos, ads, and he found 6 hidden ingredients that make people share. He wrote them down in a short book called Contagious: Why Things Catch On. Every company in this video used at least 3 of those ingredients without even knowing the framework existed. That's the secret they don't teach in business school. You don't need a degree to make something spread. You just need to understand why people share. This book, Contagious, is short. You could read it in a weekend. Link below if you want to see the full list of ingredients. So what do these stories show us? You don't need a giant building to become a giant success. You just need a story people can't ignore, a story they want to watch, a story they want to share. In the old days, the big boss with the most stores won. They controlled the shelves, the rules, the doors. But today, something changed. The person with the most interesting video wins. Getting your message out didn't disappear. It just changed shape. It used to be a heavy brick building. Now, it's a small, fast story that flies across the internet in seconds. The gatekeepers don't hold the keys anymore. You do. So go make something worth watching. Go make something that spreads. Go make some noise.